I left my husband because he falsely blamed me for making him choose between his entire family and me. When my brother-in-law was 28 years old, he was involved with a girl in what seemed like a romantic connection. However, he was later convicted and sentenced to 12 years in prison for charges related to kidnapping and serious crimes. After being released 2 years ago, he recently relocated back to our home state 3 months ago. My husband and I now have a daughter, who is technically his stepdaughter. I am steadfast in my decision to prevent my brother-in-law from having any contact with her. Everyone in the family is extremely angry at me because he did his time and paid his dues, and have tried convincing me several times that what my brother-in-law did was a one-time thing, and that since my brother-in-law is mentally delayed due to childhood trauma, he really didn't understand that what he did was wrong, because mentally, he was on the same page as the girl. I refuse to buy into the excuses and have stood firm behind not allowing this man near my kid. I don't care if he is reformed and found Jesus. I don't care if he openly admits it was a mistake and is apologetic. He still mistreated a girl who is close in age to my daughter. Well, yesterday the family called us and said they needed to have a family discussion and asked to come over, which I allowed. My mother-in-law, father-in-law, and sister-in-law were all here and said that our niece's 12th birthday is coming up next week, and that they want us to attend, but said that brother-in-law would be there. They asked that I put up with it for a few hours for my niece's sake and said, "We will all make sure that John isn't around your daughter. We will pay close attention," and basically begged me to just put it behind me for just a few hours. I said absolutely not. They all have this belief that he is reformed anyhow, so I don't trust them to keep an eye on my kid, because they all think he's cured, and wouldn't do that to family. They left angry anyway. Well, I walked by the bathroom last night and heard my husband crying. I knocked on the door and found him sitting on the edge of the tub. He unleashed a world of hurt on me, saying he is sick of being caught in the middle of all this nonsense, and feels like I am making him choose between his entire family and me, because his brother will be at all events from this point forward. So he knows that he won't be able to go because of it. He said that he is angry at all of us, and is starting to hate us all, because we won't shut up and stop giving him ultimatums. I haven't given him any. I simply walked out and went to my mother's with my kid. I know he's hurt right now, but I will never tolerate the lack of concern for my own child after what that man did. Am I wrong here? Edit. I know my husband is hurting a great deal. That man never cries and is usually a very happy person. But when this conversation was happening, when he was in the bathroom, he started accusing me of not trusting him to keep my daughter safe, and pushed a lot of blame on me in general. I never told him he couldn't go. I never gave him ultimatums. But he said that by me saying my daughter can't go, I'm saying he can't go because if he goes without us, he will come home to me being a horrible person. He has since apologized, or tried to. I haven't responded to any of his messages. He has never spoken to me like that. I read all the case reports about my brother-in-law. From what I gathered, my brother-in-law met the girl on Facebook and friended her. She told him she needed to escape a horrible home life, and told him that her dad was mistreating her and withholding food. So my brother-in-law went and picked her up and left the state with her, where they started a relationship. It was never disclosed whether or not consent was given, as it wasn't in the report.